Well, I think we'll probably get these painted today. So what's with the lighters on the model table? It just seems that lately, every other episode I'm apologizing or having to apologize for having doing so very little. I mean, look at the time already, but okay, so what's with the lighters? Last night at about 12 minutes after 1 rather, I wake up to what I think I heard my doorbell, and I'm laying there for about 5 seconds or so thinking, did I actually hear it, or did I dream that I heard it, Then I realized, well, no, it was just too real. Somebody must have rang my doorbell. Oh, I get up and I look. It turns out there was somebody at the door. And, yeah, it was somebody that I knew, and they wanted to come in and talk. Well, they hadn't had their COVID shots, and they didn't have a face mask, and I was not about to do this. So anyway, I used that as the excuse. Said, come back, during the day, and I'll be happy to, take a chair outside, and I'll talk to you out there. But anyway, the bottom line was, the person said, well, can I come in and get some matches? And at that moment, I couldn't remember even where my matches were. And then they mentioned something about how they'd lost their lighter. And then I remembered about 2 years ago, I bought a package of these Bic lighters. Back when we were just starting to do the Bismarck, and I was using the lighter. In fact, it's this one here that I had found on the street years and years ago. And it's still going, and it's still burning off the CA glue off my little applicator here. Anyway, that's why I got a package of lighters. So I gave him a lighter, and he was happy with that. And anyway, you might say it was a little bit sort of disconcerting, troubling, a little bit scary for somebody my age to have somebody coming to the door. Now, fortunately, I knew the person, and we're not going to go into any details, but that's why we're getting a really late start here. I was checking out my surveillance system, the new system that I just put up, because it was running when this all happened, and so I was thinking, I should have had the sound on the camera that we just put up at the door. And so I was fooling around with that this morning, trying to get the sound going and on the camera. And now at the moment, it's a bit noisier. The ambient noise from the traffic and everything is a lot more noisy than it was at 12 minutes after 1 last night. But and I just didn't feel like getting at it, but I kind of do. I think we can probably do something here now. Yeah, that was too bad. That was just sort of a bad start to my day, you might say. But anyway, let's try and improve our day here, and we'll get going. We will do some painting. We will do something model ship related. In the meantime, my voice is going already here. Let's have another sip of coffee. Now, maybe before we get going here, I should just straighten this one out here just a little bit here. You know what? I'm going to reposition everything and put on my stronger eyes. Now, I would think that if I just grab a hold of it here, Okay, let's just leave it like that. I don't want to be bending it back and forth and trying to get it exactly right. All we have to do is just get it basically straight. Now, last night I was thinking about, maybe these things might look more realistic rather than the Steinelres gray. If they were a jet black, they still would have stood out against the 22 gray on the side of the funnel. But I think I'm going to continue on with my original thought of the Steinelres gray. So let's just take that to the paint shaker and get it shaken up, and then we'll be back here in a second. Normally I use this for CA glue, but I think I have in the past used these little cups for paint as well. Now, remember the story of the pickle. There we go. All right. Now, shouldn't need very much here. That's way more than enough. I was afraid if I put just a tiny little bit in, it could all evaporate before we used it, but... Okay, so the idea is to only do, in other words, don't touch the ring. So we'll see how it goes here. Now this Steinelres, from what I remember, it does have a tendency to shrink wrap really well on stuff, so... Whoa, I went a little bit too high there. Nobody's gonna see that anyway. Now, you remember what happens Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, gotta keep my eye on the clock here. Oh, I think that was too much. Should I get some to wick off? I would like the detail to show. There, that showed. That needs a little more, I think. I realize that the angle is bad. You probably can't see that one being done at all. And one left here. Here's another one that you're sort of looking end on. I'm looking straight down on them more or less. Okay, so we're back to the beginning here. Yeah, they're starting to dry already. Okay, let's set up where the other one, and maybe we'll have time to do it yet today. Obviously. Okay, looks like I got a little hair there that I have to cut off. Okay, a moment ago, well actually about 5 minutes ago, I just started to say, obviously I'm going to have to cut this video a little bit short. And just then the battery gave out on my camera and the whole thing shut down. So I guess maybe only about the third or fourth time I've had that happen. You know, I think I better clean my brush. It's starting to dry, and it's hard to. Yeah, that's not good. See if I can get some of that off of there. That's there. Now we can see our detail. Ooh, that's too much. So we can get some of it off. There, it's better. This stuff is thin for the airbrush, so it should be all right though. If you remember, the Stylus really sticks good to stuff, and I don't think I've touched these with my fingers, so there shouldn't be any grease on them. Alright, so we're back to number 1 again. Okay, we've done all 20. We're going to have to look at these tomorrow. Oh, I'm seeing a little bit of photo etch glinting there on the side. Maybe we should just check the rest of them. I think they're going to be alright. Yeah, I'm going to have to call it quits for today, folks. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.